looks like I'm live. Okay. Well, hello everyone. There is no one here. I started this way too late. It's 11:50, but we'll see if there's still some people up. So I wanted to do this live stream to first of all just do a test. So I might just kind of blab about some random stuff about crypto and kind of how I got started and just kind of where my journey has taken me over the past year. And also I wanted to go over through that year how I've been building up a crypto watch list on CoinMarketCap. So I know you guys are pretty familiar with CoinMarketCap, probably one of the most popular ones along with CoinGecko. And then there's also PooCoin charts as well. That one's a funny one. I've been using that one a little bit recently to look at certain charts for coins that aren't actually listed on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. And you can also look at charts a little bit more extensively on something like PooCoin charts. So basically what I would like to do first off is go into something that I discovered probably in March or April of last year. And if we just go to, let's go to the Bitcoin rainbow chart. So I discovered this, I believe, from Tony, Journey Crypto Tony. And I think it was Tony. I can't remember if it was Tony or not, but it was one of the YouTube influencers that mentioned this Bitcoin rainbow chart briefly. And it's kind of like this logged scale of Bitcoin's track record since 2013 here. So you can see I basically have been looking at it from points of January, from how it has it listed right here from the beginning of the year. January 2013 says January 2014 here. You can see if you follow it right on the points of each time that it did a pump. You can see right here, January. Not too much of a pump here, more of it going a little bit down. Then you can see right here, kind of starts to go up back in 2016. Then you can see uptrend, January again. Then you can see right here, 2018 is when we saw that run up from 4,000 all the way to, so it was like, yeah, 16,000, 17,000. And then we go to 2019. That was another crash there. So what this chart, the more that I've been looking at it, is showing me is that the next price point that we might be hitting, since we are now in this territory right here, past it actually, because we're right in the thick of it. If we're right on that line, we could be hitting. And if it's matching, with the time frame, we can see a $79,000 Bitcoin this month. I'm going to call that right there. So let's see. If we're using this rainbow chart, it's kind of hard to use. Okay, right there. I like that. 78,000 on my birthday. That's the 23rd. This month, 78,000. So if we're using this chart, and this chart, have to do a shout out to Uber Holger. So yeah, so just with Bitcoin, the more that you start to learn about cryptocurrency, it is the leader of the market. What Bitcoin does, almost everything else follows suit. There might be a few outliers, and a lot of the times it's hard to figure out why some things are not dumping as much as what or following Bitcoin as much as everything else does. But you start to kind of navigate that a little bit. So you have to pay attention to Bitcoin whether you like it or not. So what I've been doing is, let me check the stream. Let me see how everything's looking. No one's in the stream yet. But even if no one comes into the stream, guys, this will still be up so you guys can watch it. This is just a test, just to see how things run on my end. So what I've been doing is building up a watch list on CoinMarketCap, where every time I've bought a coin or I've been interested in a coin, I've been adding it to this watch list. So be sure, if you're getting into crypto, make an account on CoinMarketCap and start just building up these lists, because CoinMarketCap is really awesome to use for just a crypto database. Basically, it has all of the information you would ever need to get the address of a coin, the multiple websites, the community pages where it has telegrams, discords, Twitter, any kind of social media stuff. So it's a really good resource to go through. It's helped me out a lot to make sure that I'm going to the right place and especially when it comes to swap platforms. So if you're using something like, say, PancakeSwap, you want to make sure that you're going to pancake.finance, so then you're not going through a phishing site or a site that's claiming to be PancakeSwap, but really it says like pancakeswap.fund or something like that. You never know. So you just have to make sure you're clicking on the right things. That's just something to note. So I'm just going to go down the list here, basically, of the watch list. And to let you guys know again, I don't know why I'm drinking coffee at 12 o'clock, but here's a bio coffee. I wanted to drink something hot, but could have been a tea, but I'm kind of being a maniac. So yeah, so we're going to go down the list here. So let's see, let's make sure I'm good. All right. So we have, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We have BNB. If you don't know what that is, it's a Binance Smart Chain. We have USDC. We have Solana. We have Cardano, ADA, the bad, nasty girlfriend that I hold that I'm just seem to can't get rid of. We got Polkadot. Polkadot is actually one of the first coins that I bought, and I was kind of picking, I was at odds between which project I was going to start dollar cost averaging into, between Polkadot and Cardano, and I ended up going with Cardano. And not that was such a bad choice, but if I were to have dollar cost average into Polkadot, the same amount of money, I would have been up, I think, 5x or 6x on top of what my Cardano went to, which was only a 3x. and I did not take any profit when it was at a 2x, and that is a big mistake. Big mistake. I was actually even flagged a few times by even people that I listen to on YouTube, and stubbornly thought that, no, I think it'll go a little higher. Oh no. That was like right when that first crash of the year, first or second crash of the year, last year, 2021, and it was just like, still beating myself up a little bit about that, but you learn your lesson. So in crypto, you just kind of have to take it on the chin and know that it's basically unrealized gains. As long as I'm not losing any money, I wasn't in any leveraged trades or anything like that. So I think that's important to realize, that if you don't take profit, you're just gonna have to be in it a little bit more for the long haul. Have to wait for Bitcoin to do its thing. I know now, being in for a year, that when Bitcoin was at its all-time high, which was this year, was 68,000. Putting that at 68,000, where's 68,000? Even at 63,000, we have a 24-hour volume of $70 billion, and then it just, so you have to take into account the money flow of what's flowing into Bitcoin, and then in suit, money flow follows into all the other altcoins. So then basically, with my Cardano, my plan and my strategy is now knowing the mistake that I made. Whenever I get into profit margin of being up over 100%, I'm going to take my initial investment out so I can at least secure my initial investment, take the risk out. That's my plan. You don't have to do that. You could have a completely different plan with something that you're holding, where you have a moon bag of something and you want to basically, you could take little profits on the way. You can basically do like a rinse and repeat, where you're taking profits and then buying back in on dips with that same profit that you're holding. There's all kinds of different strategies. I feel like maybe doing a combination of both when it suits the situation is probably smart. So that's kind of what I've been doing, and trying to still stick to my plan, but at the same time know how to make moves. And that's what has been kind of my strategy as of late. So going back, we got the classic Dogecoin. That's definitely one of the other first cryptocurrencies that I was buying on Robinhood. I was buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin on Robinhood. Eventually selling out of all of my positions out of Robinhood during the controversy, and a little bit after the controversy of them with the GameStop and AMC controversy with Wall Street Bets, and how those stocks and all of those, all that situation. I'm sure I don't have to explain it, but to briefly go into it, if anyone's not familiar, Robinhood, long story short, basically stopped the sell button on AMC, GameStop, and Dogecoin, all during times where I feel like they were protecting liquidity for certain groups. Who knows who they are, but it seems that if you are not allowing accounts to sell their assets when they have rightfully bought it at certain prices, then you are clearly protecting someone else. So that was a controversy. That's why I sold most of the stuff out of my Robinhood, because I wasn't going to wait for them to implement any kind of wallet or whatever. I wanted to be like, I'm in profit, I'm going to go ahead and take it out, and I used it and put it into Voyager, used it for other stuff. So that's kind of my little thing with Dogecoin that I did. And by the way, I sold Dogecoin at 45 cents. I invested a total of, I think, 60 bucks. And I DCA'd a little bit into it, bought it at different prices. And it ended up totaling total profit, I think like $550, $600 or something like that. So that's not too bad. Should have invested way more. So going down the list, we have Polygon Matic. Really glad I've discovered Polygon. I've actually started using it. I have some altcoins actively that I've been swapping on Polygon Network, and I also own an NFT that is from the Billionaire Zombies Club. I have one of their zombies, and I've actually have a video on that. So if you care to learn a little bit about the Polygon Network and going into buying an NFT on the Polygon Network and getting into the Billionaire Zombies Club, you can go watch that video. Let's see here, we got the Binance USD, which is the stable coin for the Binance Smart Chain. I've used that a lot. I've actually transferred that out of my MetaMask and used it for sending it to my crypto.com to make a trade or make a purchase to use on my debit card whenever I've had profits. So a lot of the times, this is okay. So when I've talked to people about crypto, they're always curious. Oh, when I buy a coin or it's something, or how do I take profits, and how do I actually like get the get the money whenever I sell something out of the wallet or wherever it is. And this is where I come in to show you, and I've done this for the whole entire year, starting in January in 2021. I actively started to implement and use these crypto systems and ecosystems like the crypto.com card, using Voyager, using Trust Wallet, using MetaMask, using the Phantom Wallet on the Solana blockchain, using Coinbase, using a separate app platform that uses a mining technology that I implemented and sent coins from mining that into another wallet. I mean, there's all these things that I've done to get myself trained to be able to do transactions in the blockchain. So basically, learning how to transfer stable coins and learning how to know about gas fees and what networks to use and how to, avoid paying a lot of gas fees. You're going to have to just test and use these things. You have to send a transaction. You have to, know that like, hey, if you threw funny money and you don't know what you're doing, and all of a sudden you have like thousands of dollars in Dogecoin on a wallet and you don't know how to cash it out, or you bought some microcap coin, you don't exactly know how to take profits on it and to get it out at a certain time, or even know if there's any liquidity to even do the trade. I mean, there's all these things that you're going to need to know and test. So you have to start doing it. That's just my message. Going down the line. So we got Chainlink here. And I'm going to go to check my stream here real quick. Let's see. No one's in the stream yet, but that's all good. Okay, so we got Chainlink. I've talked about Chainlink a lot recently. It is my top pick. I understand a little bit more about Chainlink now that I understand it has the most partnerships out of any cryptocurrency that exists, so that's pretty cool. If you want to learn a little bit more about it, you should go watch my video. So we got the crypto.com Crow token. We have Pancake Swap Cake. We have, and that is the swap platform. That's a decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain. That is where you can do swaps with pegged tokens on the Binance Smart Chain, or specific, straight tokens that have launched on their chain. The Binance Smart Chain is a nice option to Ethereum and other layer ones, basically, that where you have to pay a gas fee, and the gas fees are pretty low. I mean, I've only paid like maybe as high as like $2 or something like that on Binance. And then so far, the lowest transaction fees out of all of them so far that I've used has been Polygon. So going down the line, Gala Games, that is gaming crypto. I haven't really dived too much into that. I just know it's just become really popular. We have AMP, just something that I've kind of just like maybe just kind of kept on the radar. Basic Attention Token is interesting. It's kind of like, it's an advertisement based crypto, where basically, go into it here. What is Basic Attention Token? Basic Attention Token, or BAT, is the token that powers a new blockchain-based digital advertising platform designed to fairly reward users for their attention, notes the Basic Attention Token, while providing advertisers with a better return on their ad spend. So this experience is delivered through the Brave browser. So the Brave browser is a new browser that it's been piquing my interest. I'm kind of like a diehard Firefox fan. Ever since I discovered Firefox, I've kind of never went back. I've just been using it ever since. Brave has a built-in crypto wallet, so that's definitely peaking up in the competition. So let's read a little bit more. Brave browser, where users can watch preserving adverts and receive BAT rewards for doing so. On the other hand, advertisers can deliver targeted ads to maximize engagement and cut down losses due to ad fraud and abuse, which a lot of that happens through social media, Instagram, all that stuff, Twitter. I mean, so much fraud through advertising, but fake advertising for things that you think are legit and they're not. So something like this is like a crypto that's trying to solve an issue. So I like to keep that on my radar. Also, it's one of the coins that's on BlockFi. BlockFi is like a crypto interest-bearing savings account, basically, but you can also make trades on there and very little fees. Basic Attention Token is one of the tokens that's on BlockFi, along with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Pax Gold. I think BNB is on there now. Is it Sushi Swap? I don't know if it's not Sushi Swap, but the main swap, Uniswap. Yeah, Uniswap is the other token that's on BlockFi. Yeah, if you haven't used BlockFi, you should check it out. I definitely recommend it. It's got the best interest bearing APY for coins, and you don't have to have a minimum balance. And I don't know if they ever really mentioned that, but yeah, you don't have to have a minimum balance to earn interest. So you could be earning interest constantly on something, even if you have like 50 cents or $1 worth. So say like you have Bitcoin and Voyager, you have to have like 0.01 something Bitcoin or something like that. I don't know. I have to look at I could actually look on my phone right now. Let me see. So yeah, let's see. Bitcoin. Yeah, you would need 0.01 0.010000 Bitcoin. And that's a monthly average that you have to hold in Voyager, and you get 4.75%. And BlockFi, I know I'm kind of going just kind of all over the place, but I feel like a lot of this is pretty good information, because some people just do not know about this at all. So we got Bitcoin on here. You don't have to have a minimum balance, and it's accrued interest, and it's paying out 4.5%. So just a little bit lower, but I think it's a definite benefit that you don't have to have a minimum balance to be earning interest. So you can kind of just like set it and forget it. Okay, going down the line, we have Ape NFT. Ape NFT is a NFT platform that is on the Tron network, and I have a pegged version on the Binance Smart Chain. I discovered it through one of the Pancake Swap mining pools, where you can stake some cake and earn tokens, if you're familiar with that. So it'll have like a big list of tokens where you can stake your cake, and I mined a little bit of this Ape NFT, and in turn started kind of throwing a little bit of money into it, because it's a micro cap, but also it's already in the top 100. It climbed very fast, and it's getting pretty close to having a $1 billion market cap, so it could do a big move. So that's been on my radar. We have VGX, which is the token for the loyalty program inside the Voyager exchange. So basically you have a 3-tiered loyalty program, where if you hold a certain amount of VGX, you get rewarded. So it's kind of like the classic thing. It's just like on crypto.com, if you hold a certain amount of CRO or stake CRO, they'll pay for certain amount of your subscriptions. You'll get percentage back on your trades. You get certain percentage back in CRO when you use the debit card. So it's all kinds of stuff that is implemented with these tokens that are tokens that are linked with a exchange platform. Just something to look into. Immutable X is a gaming crypto coin. If I can remember. Yeah, so it was having to do with gaming with NFTs with 0 gas fee. So yeah, Immutable X positions itself as the first layer 2 scaling solution for NFTs on Ethereum. So of course it's going to be linked with a lot of the gaming sector, because basically all of these all of these blockchain games have NFTs that are implemented with them. According to Immutable X, its blockchain does away with Ethereum's limitations like low scalability to poor user experience, illiquidity, and a slow developer experience. Instead, users benefit from instant trading and massive scalability while enjoying 0 gas fees for minting and trading NFTs without compromising users or asset security. So that's huge when you are playing a game, say something like Axie Infinity. Not the normal person wouldn't be able to get into Axie Infinity right now and just be like, yeah, I'm going to start playing this game and invest like $2,000 to buy an Axie and then pay all these gas fees on top of it, which, I mean, look, right now, if I wanted to start buying an Axie right now, I'd have to pay anywhere from probably like $150 to $250 in gas fees for just a single transaction. So it's just not sustainable. So something like Immutable X is a true like scalability solution, where if you wanted to say, enjoy the 0 gas fees for minting, trading NFTs without compromising user asset security. So to achieve that, Immutable X is built with Stark ZK rollups, a technology that Vitalik Buterin considers Ethereum to be all in on. So that is pretty interesting. Oh, okay, here we go. So thanks to this technology, users will be able to create and distribute assets like ERC20 and ERC721 tokens on a massive scale. Chris Clay, the game creator of Gods Unchained, a project already building on Immutable X, and Gods Unchained has been kind of blowing up, stated that Immutable X allows Gods Unchained to implement a new meta system that was previously impossible. In this fashion, Immutable X aims to create a world-class experience for users and developers alike. So that is something that I've been having on my radar for sure. All right, so we're gonna go back to the list. We have Radium. So Radium is the exchange token for the swap program, swap platform on the Solana blockchain. So I've actually used this swap DEX to pick up the Star Atlas token and some other micro cap altcoins on the Solana blockchain. And I've also picked up an NFT on there, and I had it actually sitting in my wallet, but I actually have it on the Solana art right now. I'm trying to sell it. And yep, that's just a little bit about Radium. And then we have XYO. XYO is the geo mining app that I briefly mentioned. I'm actually going to make a full video review on this because this is one of the first altcoins that I discovered that I didn't understand what I actually discovered at the time. I wish I would have paid attention to it more and took it more seriously, because I just thought it was like, it was just kind of something I'm testing out. And this project ended up doing basically like it did like a 10x or something like that. It literally went up. It went up 1,000, 2,000% or something like that. Just insane. So going down the list, we have Super Farm. We have which I've been kind of just doing dollar cost averaging into. We have Vulcan Forge, project that Alex Becker was mentioning, and I've kind of just been following that a little bit. It's a company that has multiple games like under its belt. Mines of Delarnia is another pancake swap pool that I discovered, where I staked some cake and earned a little bit of DAR, and I ended up just or no, sorry, no, I did not stake this one. I just discovered it through the staking, and I just put it on the watch list because this one seemed like it has a lot of active users. So I'm thinking it could potentially pull an Axie Infinity and go to like $100, which would be insane because it's at $1.58 right now. And then same with Star Atlas. It's a blockchain game. It's supposed to be big and promising. Huge space exploration game. It's at 8 cents right now. Something to watch. D-Race. We have D-Race is Alex Becker coin that I put on the watch list. It's betting on NFT horses and racing NFT horses. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that's just going to be automatically successful because people just can't help themselves when it comes to gambling and doing things like that with like betting on horses or whatever it may be, you know, fights and stuff like that. So I think that could potentially pull something like an Axie as well, where it's sitting at a pretty low market cap. It's sitting at, you know, it's sitting at 400 and 402 on the list. That could jump up easy to even the, you know, 200 in the 200s. If it even goes into the 200s, that could be close to even getting into the $20-$30 range. We got QuickSwap I've been using on the Polygon network to swap the Billionaire Zombies Club DAO token. So that is what I actually received as a airdrop for having a a billionaire zombie. So that's what's really cool. If you get into a good, promising NFT project, you'll actually get rewarded for it. And I definitely did. I think I definitely got my money's worth for buying one of those zombies, because I think for the long haul, these zombies, some of them have already sold for over 1 ETH, or I think the highest sell was 2.2 ETH, which is insane. And that was during when the market was actually pretty high. So, I mean, that's a pretty good sale. So I'm kind of betting on my zombie being worth over 1 to 2 ETH this year. So we'll see. We have baby swap is just kind of something that I was just kind of piqued my interest because it was a low price, 62 cents. I've noticed that a lot of these swaps, if they start to run, they really run, and they could potentially do between 5 to 10x like very quickly. And especially if the market cap is low, and especially if you see the volume and money flow going into it before the price is doing like a major move. So then you can kind of not time it, but you can kind of see that a lot of money is coming into it, and then you can say, all right, let me try and get in this before it starts to spike. We have DeFi Land, that is a micro cap on Solana. Idea behind this is that they're trying to kind of gamify decentralized finance by, if I can remember, I'll have to pull it up. Yeah. DeFi Land is a multi-chain agricultural simulation game created to gamify decentralized finance. Our game will have all of the features that traditional platforms have, but it will be gathered all in one place. Players will be able to start playing the game for free, grind their way up to the play to earn tier, compete with others, craft, trade, and more. DeFi Land is the native utility token that is used for competing, betting, tipping, trading in-game assets, and NFTs, used for governance votes to determine how network resources are allocated. Sounds pretty cool. So I kind of chucked a little bit of money into it, nothing crazy. You guys will have to let me know if you like this, me going down the watch list and kind of doing brief explanations, because I can definitely do this more. But this is honestly for my own benefit, to test the stream and see how this goes, and because I have this new studio set up in the garage and have a new camera, so I've been trying to kind of get the kinks out and get the bugs. So hopefully everything is going good. Okay. So we have Ariva. I'm going to make a single video just like I am on XYO. That I will save all the information for that video. D-Hub, just something that is on the watch list. Haven't really dived into it too much. Soul Chicks was just a quick little fun micro cap that I wanted to pick up on Solana. Sometimes, if you just have a little bit of funny money, like to toss it into things like that, because you never know when it could do a nice little run up. Micro Pets is a NFT decentralized I think it was a swap. I can't remember if it's a swap. Yeah, so it's an NFT platform, and it's on the Binance Smart Chain. We're taking your favorite memes, packaging them into an adorable pets you can trade or stake. Okay, yeah, so they have a staking platform where you can stake. You can let me see. Not sure exactly what you can stake. Haven't really dived too much into this one. I've just kind of really just been watching the price, and the price is pretty crazy. Jumps all over the place. Okay. Then we have Orca. Orca is the DEX and swap that is linked with the Orcanauts NFTs. I discovered the NFT first and actually made the purchase. And this is it right here. It's pretty cute. But more importantly, I think what's cooler is the swap Orca that it's linked with. I'm going to make a video on this as well. It's just going to be a short video, but I think it'll be pretty important because I think platforms like this are really, really fun to use. And I think the programming and the speed and the functionality of it is really well built. So I would love to, if I was to be developing something myself or want to kind of piggyback off of something or a design, I would contact Orca and try and, you know, see how they did their swap and try and utilize something that already works. So it's like you're not gonna like, I'm not gonna make something new or innovate. I'm gonna use what is working. So sign into my Phantom wallet, and I'll show you here. It's really cool. I love how it has this sidebar where you can look at the tokens on the side here. I don't know if any other swaps do it like that, but I really like that. I've noticed that's a different key feature with this swap. I don't even think Radium does that. And so this swap, so Orca and Radium are on the Solana blockchain, and I've actually been liking Orca a lot better than Radium. And Radium has been getting more publicity, way more advertising, and even I think Radium was mentioned on BitBoy Crypto. So I think the fact that I'm discovering something like Orca and actually using it, and it's super functional, and honestly I think it's faster than Radium in terms of the swap speed. I think that's something to look into. So let's look at the price. Okay, check that out. Right now we're sitting at $3. Its all-time high was $22.30. Come on. So if we even look at the 3-month chart, just in November 7th, we were sitting at $19. I mean, that's just I'll just have to say it. That's an easy buy. So I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into Orca because I think this is gonna blow up because it's really cool. I love the functionality of it. It says Orca, the deck's for people, not programs. I like that. All right, so let's see what else we have left. We got Altura. Altura is an Alex Becker coin that I've kind of keep on the list to watch. It's one of those things where it's like it's a really low market cap. It's 67 million. If this thing even goes past 100 million market cap, or even gets close to like, see something like, so look, here's a market cap, 105 million, $2.72. Got Altura at 10 cents. So if this thing moves into any territory of a market cap like that, that's where we can see Altura do something crazy. It already did a crazy thing, and that's what, you know, Alex Becker mentions. If you go into the year, look, the thing was at fractions of a penny, 0.004. That's when he got into it, because he's a meh. Because he's the most woke, empty house, blah blah blah. Yeah, you know the thing. But yeah, so and there you go. And I wonder where he sold. I bet he sold like right here. He was like, I gotta sell. And then he probably was like, oh my God. No, he probably sold like right in the middle. So this thing right here went as high as 43 cents. Yeah, so let's look at the all-time high. 46 cents. So even right now, if you bought it at 10 cents and it went to 46 cents, you're going to be sitting pretty. You'd be happy about that purchase. All right, let's keep going down. We only got a few left, and then we're going to end this because it is 12:34. All right, so we got Goma Finance. Goma Finance is something that I discovered at the exact same time of Ariva. I put a little bit of funny money into both of those things at the exact same time. I did that purchase at night, and through the 7 hours of me sleeping, both of those projects went up over 200%. I don't know how I managed to pick that or time that or do that, but it gave me a lot of hope and confidence in using MetaMask and the Binance Smart Chain. And let's just say I definitely took profits on all of that stuff. And I have a moon bag in Ariva, and I'm not in Goma at all anymore. I actually made a mistake in not taking some profit because I wasn't paying attention on the coin. The coin went up another 200%, and I actually missed on taking some profit on this when I had a profit of $250 to $300. It ended up going all the way up to that, and it rode all the way back down because I wasn't paying attention. So a lot of the times when you have a lot of things that you're working on and you have all these micro caps, and sometimes if you're not fully tracking it, that's how you're going to lose the money. So if you really want to narrow down your strategy and your profit taking and what you're going to pick, you probably just have to narrow it down a little bit so then you can focus a little bit more, and then you can be better and sharper at taking profits. And that is what I'm learning. Sometimes you just have to do it. You have to do it Shia LaBeouf style and make the mistakes and try not to make them again. All right, so going down the list, we just have these last two. We have another swap, just a very micro cap swap, 41 million, and this price is at 0.0029. If we see what the year was, it was at 0.002. That was at its all-time high. So funny money can go into that for sure. And then we have Portuma. Portuma is a coin that I discovered right when it launched not too long ago. The volume looks terrible, but I think it's a coin that is going to get some adoption because it is a coin that is trying to implement advertisement, like fully motion, really nice video quality style advertisements in VR, in virtual reality, in the blockchains, in all these metaverse games. So it's like having basically in-game virtual ads. So I think that's it's a good idea. I'm just kind of betting on that's something that most metaverses are going to implement and are going to have. So they're going to need something like this. So, all right, we made it down the list. I know it seems like a lot, especially when you have to go into each one. But I think if you take the time to go and watch this stream, and it has it should have some value for you, especially if you're new to crypto and you haven't even begun to go on CoinMarketCap. This is a good way that you can actually just watch this video, listen to it, and you can go on CoinMarketCap yourself and follow along as I'm talking and go through, and maybe as I'm talking about a certain wallet, like what's a MetaMask wallet? What's a Phantom wallet? What's the Solana blockchain? What's Trust Wallet? What are these exchanges? What are these swaps? Just go and set it up. Take a day, take a week, like just try it and test out. Maybe like if you're married or not married, if you have a couple, you have a partner, test sending a transaction between each other. Like set up a wallet and try sending something between each other. Don't do it on Ethereum because then you're gonna pay like $200. But yeah, do it on something smart like Polygon or something like that, and you guys can send transactions between each other and just like test out doing some stuff with crypto. I think you will not regret it. It's kind of like the way that I've been looking and thinking about crypto recently is you have to think about when everyone was starting to get home computers, like actual real home computers, and we had internet for the first time, like the web, web 1.0, where it was just like you had really, really basic stuff, and then it was like there were people that were not against it, but they just basically, it took them a little bit longer to adopt into it because they were like, oh, I'm still, I can't get into that. I don't understand it, but eventually those people that said, oh, I don't understand it, they were probably eventually on AOL sending an email, and they were probably just maybe wishing a little bit that they had got into it just a little bit sooner than kind of be ahead of the curve. So this is what's happening with the transition between Web 2, or from Web 2 to Web 3. And when people are talking about Web 3.0, all they're talking about is basically that it's just another upgrade. It's another level of application and software and interoperability of networks and data inside the internet. So with the internet, it's all like, basically a giant data war. Everyone's always like, it's all about data, and that's what companies pay like billions of dollars for. So what we're seeing is just all of these blockchain companies basically competing with each other or trying to play nice with each other to basically develop these technologies that is the next step in the way that we transact with each other and interact with each other in commerce and e-commerce. So think how Amazon went from being just a online bookstore to now basically like dominating the world. You have to think about that, how crypto is with traditional finance. It's basically going to do that. It's going to have that type of transition, at least I think. So that's why I'm going through this. I'm learning all this stuff. I'm trying to get myself very fully versed, and I went as far as making a YouTube channel and making videos about it because I truly believe that it's going to be something that we're all going to use, and I believe it's going to send us to the moon. So with that being said, good night, and I hope if anyone popped into this live stream, I hope you got some value out of it. But I'm going to save this live stream. I'll keep it up, and hopefully you guys will watch it from the beginning to the end. That's the most important thing. And please hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave a comment, leave some feedback. If there's any of these coins that you see on here that you want me to make a video of, please let me know. And I really hope that the whole time that I've been talking that my stream actually recorded properly. So we'll see. If there's some weird thing with the video or there's some weird thing, I'm not sure. I'll probably might post up the audio or something like that and make it like a podcast or whatever. There's always ways to recycle things if it doesn't come out the way you want it to. And that's the story of crypto. But yeah, so just as a reminder, a lot of you that have been watching my content actually haven't been subscribing. I've noticed that I have a lot of views, but it doesn't match the subscribers. So I currently have 87 subscribers, and if I were to calculate how many views that I have with my percentages, I should have like 300 subscribers by now. So if you guys are even liking any of this at all, please subscribe. It really helps out and helps the YouTube algorithm put my videos in front of people who like to watch crypto videos and will actually enjoy the content. So with that being said, thank you so much, and I can't wait to make a new video for you guys so you can learn what I've been learning, and that's all I have left to say. Peace.